Is it possible to master self-discipline in 3 easy steps? We're about to find out. Let's go. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel if you're brand new. I'm Sonny Tee, and this is the best place for entrepreneurs on the planet, period. If you're new to the channel, don't be scared to hit that subscribe button. You can always click it when you leave if you don't like what you see. All right, let's get into it. Step number one, what we need to realize is there's no real thing as self-discipline. And what I mean by that is self-discipline or willpower for long periods of time. What normally we consider self-discipline, at least I did for a while, was when you see, and I always use The Rock as an example because that dude's schedule is crazy. He gets up early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 in the morning, excuse me, 4 in the morning, and he works out for 2 hours, 3 hours every day. Terry Crews is another guy, workout fiend, works out every day, 2 hours a day. He says he's so hyper that he has to get that energy off some kind of way. And if you've ever seen Terry Crews, you'll probably know what he's talking about. Trying to work out at 4 a.m., 2 hours a day is nuts, right? I don't know if there's any way that I could possibly do that myself looking at that. Of course I could, right? But if you're looking at it saying I would have to have that self-discipline every day for the rest of my life to get up at 4 a.m., it's just not true. From what I've read in books, it's not self-discipline. Now, this is working into step number 2. But I want you to hang in there because this is all going to come together at the end. Watch what I tell you. It's not willpower. It's not self-discipline that you can just pull out of your ass every day. Willpower is not on will call. I read this in a book called The One Thing, and it made a lot of sense. At first, I didn't really understand what they were talking about. But what they're saying is willpower is good, like when you first get up, you haven't been doing any critical thinking, and you're fresh, first thing in the morning. And this is why successful people take a lot of naps, because they want to be fresh every time they have to do something new, right? So to give an example, Stephen King's daily regimen consists of when he first wakes up in the morning, when he first wakes up, he's working on his main piece, his new book, his new whatever, a manuscript, whatever that new thing is that he's working on, that's the first thing because he's fresh. Then he takes a nap, and when he gets back up, he does family time. But after that, when he takes his nap, he'll work on the second biggest thing that he does, another cartoon book or whatever he's working on, maybe some type of graphic novel, who knows with Stephen King. But the point is that willpower is not on will call, which is going to take me to step number 2. You have to create good habits, and I want to know what that is. In order to be as efficient as The Rock and get up every day and work out for 2 hours, I always say that, man, because that's like my dream. I want to do that. I want to be the guy that, oh, that's crazy, but I want to be the guy that wakes up at 4 in the morning before his whole family gets up and works out, swims, does a big workout, getting in the gym, sweating really good, hollering and screaming, listening to music. He calls his Iron Palace. I really like it, and I really want to mimic that. And how is it possible? How can I work out 2 hours a day, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning until I die? How is that possible? You have to create good habits. You have to create a routine. The Rock it's no longer self-discipline for him. It's a routine. It's what we do every day, and it's just what happens, right? So I kind of want you to think about how you take a shit, right? I know it's nasty as fuck, but it's true. Every day at a certain time, you go to the bathroom. It's the same for everybody. You might change your cycle, but every day it's going to happen at the same time. Sooner or later, you might eat a meal, you might drink some coffee. There might be some stimulants there, but it happens. It's clockwork. It's a routine. It's what your body gets used to. And working out is no different. But you have to start with creating a good habit. So here's what the scientists say. They say you need 67 days to create a good habit. You start doing something one day and continue to do it for 67 days, and then it'll become a routine. So that means that you only need to have willpower first thing in the morning. when you wake up fresh, or whenever that is for you. First thing in the morning, you need to have willpower. The second thing is you need to do whatever that is that you want to start, and you need to do it for 67 days. So boom, I'm going to show you what we need to do right now in step number 3. Here's what we got going on here. Here's what you should do. Move this out of the way. So, draw yourself a little makeshift calendar. Now, I'm not going to do everything right here because we don't have tons of room, right? But I want you to imagine that you had 50 squares here. And so what you're going to do is every day you're going to do something. You're going to say, let's say we're going to do push-ups. Okay? And so every morning when you get up, every morning when you're going to get up, you're going to hit an X. Okay? I did my push-ups. The next morning you're going to hit another X. This is a push-up, another X, another day. Now, if you don't go for another day, you got to start all over again. And day 1, push-ups. Day 2, push-ups. 3, every day, no matter what. And how I want you to start this is a bonus for you, right? So hold on, let's just keep going. So I'm pretty sure you get the idea. And if you want to, you can use different colors to be like, I did extra push-ups, right? This is for extra homework, right? So you're going to do this for 67 days straight. After you've created your calendar, you're just going to mark off those little X's day by day. And once you go for 67 days, you'd have created a habit. Now, I want to leave a caveat here. There's some good shit and there's some bad shit that goes with this. Number one is if you're the type of person that it takes less time, less than 67 days to create a habit, you'll already know that. You'll know when it becomes a routine because every day you'll just want to do what you have to do without looking at your special calendar. But I suggest that you go the full 67 days just for the mental part of it, knowing that it was 67 full-on days and that should have created the habit. Now, I also want to go on the other side of that and say, look, man, if you know it's going to take you 90 or 120 days to do this, then why not just set yourself up for success and say, I'm going to go 5 months exactly or 120 days just so you can create that routine. Now, as a bonus right here, what you want to do is start to create systems, start to learn certain skills that will lead up to your North Star, right? So I leave the example with you of how I wanted to become a top flight marketer. And to be honest with you, I've been training for this here job right here that I'm doing to become the best place on the internet for entrepreneurs. I've been working on this for 20 years. You know how they always say that my overnight success took me exactly 22 years, so many days or whatever? Well, I have the same story. Actually, I started off with learning how to be a director, how to shoot video, how to edit sound, how to create movies, how to edit the movies, how to do sound effects. From then on, how to present. I went on broadcasting. I learned radio. I learned how to edit jingles, sound, everything. It took me a while to build up the skills. Then I had to learn marketing. I had to learn direct response, copywriting. I had to learn what funnels were. I had to learn how to build web pages. I had to learn Photoshop. And all of these skills that it took me, I took right around 67 to 90 days for each one, building up my repertoire and my whole portfolio of shit that I knew how to do. And the reason why I did that is because I knew I didn't have enough money to pay anybody, and I always had ideas that I had to create quickly. So I knew that I wanted to be able to just make a landing page, or I wanted to make an HTML page, or I wanted to put up a WordPress site myself, or I wanted to put up photos or whatever, edited photos from Photoshop on my own today. I didn't want to wait for somebody else to do it for me, so I wanted to get it done right now. So with these habits, if you start to create skills, those skills turn out to be a full-on picture of what you want to be doing in the future. And that is how you beat self-discipline. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button if you dug what you saw. Also, share this video, man, if you know anybody that could benefit from it. And comment below. Let me ask you, what suggestions do you have or what tricks do you do to help lock in your self-discipline? Remember, guys, this success thing and entrepreneur thing is an everyday thing. No excuses, no explanations. Let's get it done.